Before the famous ankylosaur dinosaurs evolved, there was a different group of large, armored reptiles, the aetosaurs. The aetosaurs were archosaurs, the clade that includes dinosaurs and crocodilians, though they were more closely related to crocodilians than to dinosaurs, belonging to Pseudotsuchia. The aetosaurs were some of the most common large herbivores during the Late Triassic. This video is about one of the largest and best understood aetosaurs, Desmatosuchus. Desmatosuchus lived during the Late Triassic in what is now the southeastern United States, and was a contemporary of the famous predator Prehistoric and the famous dinosaur Coelophysis. Like most aetosaurs, Desmatosuchus's general appearance looked like an ankylosaur mixed with a crocodile. It was over 4.5 meters long and 1 meter tall. While small compared to many of the later dinosaurs, as well as some sauropodomorph dinosaurs elsewhere in the world, it was one of the largest herbivores in its native environment. As opposed to the semi-sprawling posture of crocodilians, Desmatosuchus's robust limbs were held in a more upright stance, though not to the same extent as some other Triassic pseudotsuchians. While some aetosaurs had incredibly wide bodies, Desmatosuchus's body was comparatively narrow. Its skull was proportionately small, with the front forming a flat, shovel-like structure. Inside were blunt, peg-like teeth. Unlike other aetosaurs, Desmatosuchus's teeth were only in the back of the jaw, while the front was toothless. Like the ankylosaurs, aetosaur armor was made up of osteoderms, bony plates that grew over the skin. Osteoderms were common among pseudotsuchians and are still present on crocodilians today. Aetosaurs like Desmatosuchus merely took this to an extreme. Their osteoderms were arranged into 2 rows of wide, interlocking plates along the back and neck. This differed from the armor of the ankylosaurs, which consisted of many rows of smaller, non-interlocking osteoderms. While some aetosaurs also had armor on their underside or limbs, Desmatosuchus is only known to have had armor on its back and on top of its tail. While all aetosaurs had osteoderms for protection, some also had rows of triangular, spike-like osteoderms along the sides of their armor. Desmatosuchus took this a step further. Near the shoulder, one of the spikes on each side was massive, the largest being 45 centimeters long. This shoulder spike is reminiscent of those in some ankylosaurs, and to a lesser extent, those in some stegosaurs. Like the ankylosaurs, the primary purpose of Desmatosuchus's armor and spikes seems to have been to defend itself from predators. Its armor was best equipped to protect against attacks coming from above. This countered the strategy of the top predator in the region, the fellow pseudotsuchian Prehistoric, who is thought to have reared up before striking its prey. Besides its armor, Desmatosuchus's spikes could have impaled any carnivore that attacked from behind. Its spikes may not have been the only thing predators needed to be wary of. While Desmatosuchus lacked the clubbed tail of some ankylosaurs, its large tail may have still offered some offensive capability. When threatened, it likely faced away from its hunters, driving them away with its tail, and hoping any foolish enough to attack were pierced by its massive shoulder spikes. Still, Desmatosuchus was not invulnerable. Unlike the ankylosaurs, its head was unarmored. Additionally, its osteoderms have been found in association with groups of Prehistoric fossils, which has been suggested to have been a sign of predation. Desmatosuchus's spikes may have also served a display role, such as helping to attract members of the opposite sex. This would explain why the size of their spikes varies between specimens. Besides attracting mates, such features could have also helped Desmatosuchus individuals identify each other. This would have been important for Desmatosuchus as it seems to have been a social species. Skeletons of multiple Desmatosuchus have been found preserved with each other, with the largest group consisting of 14 individuals. Living together would have increased their chances of survival when attacked by large predators such as Paposaurus or Prehistoric, and helped to protect juveniles from smaller predators like Coelophysis. As mentioned earlier, like most aetosaurs, Desmatosuchus is considered to have been a herbivore. One idea of how it foraged is that it used its peg-like teeth to strip the fronds from ferns. With its shovel-like head and robust limbs, Desmatosuchus was well equipped for digging, so it may have dug for roots and other plant material in the mud like a reptilian pig. Similarities between its jaws and those of armadillos have led to the suggestion that Desmatosuchus was at least partially insectivorous, using its powerful forelimbs to dig for insects. However, it would be odd for insects alone to be able to sustain such a large animal, and even armadillos are generalists rather than specialized insectivores, so plants most likely still made up the bulk of Desmatosuchus' diet. While early dinosaurs like Coelophysis tend to get a lot more focus in the media, when they were alive, Desmatosuchus was one of the largest and most dangerous reptiles around. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something interesting. Have a great day, and if you enjoyed the video, please remember to hit the like button.